Zone.
Greetings, fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy Boogeyman Ben here for another episode of Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and today's video is a lot of stuff to cover today. Today was a pretty awesome day. Went to the Stockton Comic Con. This was the first time my wife and I had ever been to it. The main reason I went to the Stockton Comic Con was because I found out that somebody that I have been a fan of since I was a little kid, and I saw the movie that pretty much one of the main horror staples of my youth, something that really got me into horror right away. I'm talking about American Werewolf in London, and in fact I wore this shirt today to represent the actor I was going to meet. Of course, I'm talking about David Naughton, who plays David Kessler in the film. I've never met him before, and there have been several opportunities this year to meet him. There was a Santa Rosa Horror Film Festival that was going on earlier this year. I'm going to say around, I think it was late February, early March, and it's celebrating the 35th anniversary of the film. And John Landis, Rick Baker, and David Naughton were going to be there. And this was around the time that I just started the job in Napa, and the timing of when David Naughton was going to be available for autographs and things like that was a weird time. And by the time I would have left work and driven to Santa Rosa, which is a little far from where I was working in Napa, and it's kind of far from where I live, it just wouldn't have worked out. I wouldn't have been able to see him. So that really was a bummer, and I actually had tickets for it, and it was a waste of like $50. So I'm still pissed off about that. Then there was another time, I'm going to say this was June, early June, that he was at a toy festival or a toy con in San Jose. And it just happened to be that it was a day that I was doing something with my family. Couldn't make it to see that. In fact, the kid that plays Andy in Alex Vincent, who plays Andy in Child's Play, was there too. So it was two opportunities for two people I really wanted to meet. Didn't have a chance to meet him, but I really wanted to meet David Naughton. Then I found out that he was going to be at this, so of course I made it a point that my wife and I go to this. First time I've been to Stockton, and first time, I mean, I've driven through it, but it's the first time I've ever been to an event in Stockton. And it was a really great day. Got to meet him, and I was very shaky. I've only had that happen a few times when I've met personalities. I think Robert Englund was another one that I can name. Norman Reedus was another one. Adrienne Barbeau, who also was at the con today, but I met her, and that experience was so awesome. That's the experience I want to have with meeting her. But yeah, there's been several that have it's somebody that I've looked up to or idolized for such a long time. And then having the opportunity to meet them was just fantastic. But I had him sign my poster, and let me get it real quick. So I carried it in this today because I didn't want it to get bent. And it's a poster I've had in the room since we moved into the house. It was something I got off of House of Mysterious Secrets, one of the first things I ever bought for the room. And I had to make it out to my wife and I. And it's this poster right here. And a lot of times people can't see this poster because it's on this side of the shelf that I actually have the camera on right now. It's on this side of the shelf. But if you can see right, if I get it in the light, right there, it says Ben and Jackie, Beware the Moon, David Naughton. And this is just amazing. And I'll show the picture of me and him. And the picture, I'm so pissed off. My wife brought it to my attention after because she took the picture of us. And I realized that I covered up the shirt like an idiot. But I just was so in awe of being next to somebody like David Naughton, somebody that I've been a fan of since I was 7 years old. The first time I saw this film, I was 7 years old. My dad took me to see it. I was scared out of my fucking mind. And I might have mentioned this in a video before, but I haven't talked about American Werewolf in London in a long time. But I just remember I wouldn't look. So I was staying with my dad. My parents were divorced. And he took me to see it. And because I wanted to see it, I like monsters. Movie scared the crap out of me. I remember I watched it pretty much like this the whole time, especially the transformation scene. And I remember that night, I remember laying in my waterbed. So going back to the 1981 here, laying in my waterbed in my dad's house, not looking at my door. I remember I wouldn't look at the doorway. I was just looking at the ceiling because I could not get that image of that devil hound out of my head. And I remember my dad let me sleep with him that night, him and his wife at the time. So I just remember that experience, and I talked to David Naughton about that today, just telling him about it, and he seemed very reserved. He was a very reserved man. I don't know if he's done a lot of conventions before. I've heard Spider Geek talk about meeting him in London several weeks back in one of his videos, and he was a very nice man, but he was very reserved. I don't know if he had a bad experience with some of the people that were coming up to him today, but he was very nice to me. And I'll showcase the picture right here. You're kind of beating around the bush here, but here's the picture that I took with David Naughton. Yeah, just great guy. Totally in awe of him. We got to talk about the makeup and all kinds of stuff, talking about Rick Baker, and just, I keep telling him, like, this, in my opinion, this is the best werewolf movie ever made. And I stand by that. I don't think anything has ever topped it. And the fact that tomorrow, August 21st, is the 35th anniversary of the day that the movie came out. And that's just amazing that I met him the day before that anniversary. That's just pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, he's a terrific guy. What an honor. If he's watching this, which I doubt, thank you so much for your time today, David Naughton. It was just an honor to meet you. And, I mean, it's just a thrill, and I was shaking afterwards. But yeah, really had a great time speaking with him. Very nice man. Now, I'm big into the Haunted Mansion, and they put out these, Disney put out these vinyl figures. I've shown a couple of them. I have Nightmare Before Christmas ones that we picked up at the Disney store years ago. But they were selling some of the Haunted Mansion ones, and I got one of the Hitchhiking Ghosts. And this is pretty fucking sweet right here. Really happy with this. Let's see if I can get him in the light a little bit better on this side. But yeah, he's pretty fucking sweet. They had a couple other ones. I saw the Hatbox Ghost Pop. It was $100 fucking. That's one I really want to get. The other things I picked up, they had magnets. So I got a couple of magnets. One my wife found. It's Anthony Perkins. You got Norman Bates right there. Pretty sweet right there. A little bit right there. There you go. And then we also have, she got one. It's the new Bates Motel from the TV series. That's cool right there. Yeah, really cool. And then Creepshow, which I thought was, really like that one a lot. Right there. And then some other things I picked up. I picked up some pops. I finally found the Pinhead pop. I'm really happy that I got this one. This one I've been looking for a long time. I kicked myself. I had this one when I was at Hot Topic probably a year ago. And there was something else there I wanted. It might have been one of the Strain figures or something. And I said, oh, I'll pick him up later, not knowing that he would be impossible to find after that. So I was really happy to pick this one up and got a good deal. Got him for $10. And then I also picked up this one, Nosferatu. Really happy with this one as well. Another one, saw it at Hot Topic and put the fucking thing back because I was stupid. But yeah, these have been two pop figures that I've been really having a hard time finding, but really happy to have gotten them both today. Fantastic. And something else that really was cool that happened today is I ran into a fan of mine from this channel. His name was Sean. My wife and I were actually looking at the magnets, the magnets I just showed, and we had just walked up to that table in that area, and he stopped me and asked me, he asked me who I was, my name and everything, and he told me about how much he loved my channel and been a fan of mine and things like that, and just really was an honor meeting him. And I got a picture with him. Here he is right here. This is me and Sean. And just an awesome guy. We talked for quite a bit. Gave him my information if he wants to reach out to me through my email. He said I'm sort of interested in people's ideas, things that maybe they want me to do on this channel, and he said he had some ideas, so I sent him gave him my information. He can reach out to me. So Sean, it was an honor meeting you today. Thank you so much for your time. Great visiting with you. And he talked to me about an issue with my channel that I am aware of, and it's the sound on some of my videos is very low, and I've been trying to figure out what the issue is, and just know that I'm working on it. And it was nice of him to point that out to me, because I have noticed it as well, that some of my videos, there's parts of them that are hard to hear, hard to understand. I don't know what the issue is, so I'm trying to really work on it and trying to speak louder a little bit right now, just until I figure out the issue. But just know that it is being looked into, and I am working on it. I'm planning on maybe buying a better video recorder, better editing equipment as well. So I am starting to think about investing more in what I'm doing here. Because I enjoy this, and I enjoy meeting people like Sean that are fans of the channel and fans of what I do. Because again, this is, I do this out of love. I love what I'm doing, and I want to keep the channel going. And I know it's been a tough year, and my videos have been kind of all over the place, but just know that the channel's not going away. I'm not quitting doing this, and I love all of the support and appreciate everybody's support from what I'm doing. So yeah, an amazing day. A lot of fun. Really had a great time meeting David Naughton. Still a little, it's just shocking to me that I got to meet somebody I've looked up to and admired for so long. I wanted to talk to him about other projects that he'd been in that I've been a fan of, like movies like Body Bags, Midnight Madness, which is like a Disney movie he did. Also the fact that he was in Holliston Season 2, and then recently he was in an episode of American Horror Story. I wanted to talk to him about these things, but I just, sometimes when I'm around these celebrities or people that have been in movies, I kind of just, I don't want to bombard them. I just kind of want to be honest and upfront and just myself, and whatever comes out, but I'm always respectful, and I always treat them with respect, because they've given me all this entertainment, and it was just I was in awe of him, and he was very genuine and very nice, and it was a true honor meeting him, and it was an honor meeting Sean, a fan of this channel, a fan of what I do, great guy, and I look forward to hearing from him and hearing some of his ideas. I'm going to start asking you guys, the fans, to give me some ideas of things you want me to do on the channel, because sometimes I go through dry spells. It's just normal. But I have some stuff I'm really working on right now, and I'm trying to revamp the channel a little bit. Still haven't figured out how exactly I want to do it, but I am planning on doing something different. Just in terms of the way that I'm presenting the videos, maybe putting some more effects in videos, a little bit snappier editing. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I am thinking about things like that. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate everybody's feedback and time. If you want to talk about some of the stuff I showed off, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Love to hear from everyone. And as always, thanks so much for watching Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Stay scared. Peace.